demons were.
Okay, watch
Every
this.
scratch they do to you, everything they poke into you, it
Watch
hurts in your
this.
whole being.
The
So you
minister.
can't pass out.
Look at his
In the
teeth.
flesh,
They
if you
will
get a lot of
change.
pain,
Not
you just
him.
pass out.
The other
You
guy.
can't do that. And it never ends. See, this is the thing. It never, ever ends. It's always there. It's always going to keep continuing. It never goes away.
There's no hope.
No, there's no hope. None.
That's
Why
what they're
do the
talking
demons
about.
keep
Look at his teeth.
penetrating people with
Look at his
pain
teeth.
and suffering?
Look at his
Why do they
fucking
keep
teeth.
it up?
See, they enjoy it. That's what makes them happy.
See that?
They enjoy
He's
doing
a
that kind
lizard.
of stuff too. They do it because, especially,
They're like sadists.
exactly, but especially if you were a Christian at one time, then they really thrive on that because that's something that now they can tease you for all eternity. Listen, that demon was laughing at me, making fun of me, and it was doing the same thing to all these other people. All these demons were, because I bought it. I bought the lie.
And all of a sudden, you heard a voice.
Yes. Sid, that was the most wonderful thing that happened to me in hell. Is I'm there and all of a sudden I heard a voice that rang out and says, "It's not his time yet. You must let him go. I made a promise to his mother."
Shape too.
Ivan went to heaven and saw the
Look at his
future
teeth.
of
He's a
many
lizard.
countries.
He's a reptilian.
You want to
He's
find
not
out
human.
about that promise
He
and
is
why
not
it
human.
worked? Next. Hello, YouTube. Mishpucha. Mishpucha is a Hebrew word. It means family. This is Sid Roth. Welcome to my world, where it's naturally supernatural. If you've been blessed by this show, please subscribe. Then click the bell so you won't miss a single episode of It's Supernatural. My guest died. He found himself in hell.
He's not human.
But
Humans don't
all
have.
of a sudden, he heard a voice, and the voice said, "It's not your time." And the next thing you knew, you were like in the gate of heaven.
I was.
Why? Why? You were at that point a backslidden, non-believing
eyes.
person.
Exactly. You know, I'd still be in hell if it wasn't for two things. One, it wasn't my time. And the second thing, I had a mother that prayed for me. Now, my mother prayed.
Yeah, but everyone has people pray for them.
Well, that's good. Keep it up. Because my mother prayed for me 3 times a day, at least, all the time. And by the time I'm 26, that's over 22,000 prayers. And my mother was a praying woman of God. And she hung on to God and she says, "God, you got to make me a promise. None of my children will go to hell." And so she asked God to make her a promise. And she believed God made her that promise. He did. And that's why I went to heaven.
Tell me the first thing that first of all, did you know that you were at heaven at that point?
Actually, Sid, yes, I did. I knew I was in heaven. The reason why I knew I was in heaven, first of all, I saw what it looked like. It was just the opposite of hell. It had to be heaven, you know, when you got there and how beautiful it was. Your spirit knows these things. And I'm greeted by an angel. So that's the first clue I had. This was an angel. As bad as it was and as hopeless as it was there in hell, I now had this most euphoric feeling.
By emotion.
Everything was wonderful. It was beautiful. Here I am. I'm up in heaven. This angel's greeting me. This angel's talking to me, explaining things to me about it. Yeah, it was great. I knew I was in heaven.
What's about the first thing you remember seeing that had an impact?
The first impact, of course, was the angel. You know, because the angel was so tall and so big. The voice that angel had was so powerful, but yet he was so gentle. I say he because it looked like a man. Was very gentle, and he took me by the hand. And then I walked through the gate, and as I walked through the gate of heaven, you know, I saw these buildings. I saw these like white stone like I've never seen before. Sparkling white stone. It was unbelievable.
Anyway.
I saw streets of gold, the softest gold. This gold, you could step on it. It was so soft and beautiful, but it was gold. You knew it was gold. It was beautiful. And then there was a river flowing right through the city. And this river was crystal clear.
That's it.
It sounded like children. You know, when you ever hear babies laugh, it sounded like babies' laughter. It was so beautiful.